So where am I? And what the heck am I doing? Stay tuned to this episode of Costa Rica Story. Find out. Hey there, and welcome to Costa Rica Story. And if this is your first time here, my name is Ed. I make videos about Costa Rica and my life here in Costa Rica. If you're a regular here, part of the Good Vibe tribe, you know my name is Ed, and you know what I do. And one of the things I like to do is help people book their tours. So just go to uvitaday.com for more information about that. And also come and experience Uvita in a really unique way with the Uvita Day Adventure. So go to uvitaday.com. So where am I and what am I doing? So what I am doing right now, I'm just relaxing in a really nice bedroom. And my friend Del has generously allowed me to stay here at Del Congo's. And the bed that I'm sleeping in, when you wake up, it's got a pretty good view. So right from this bed, are you ready for the view? I'm going to switch you around to the view, and here we go. Not a bad view, not a bad thing to wake up to. And that's the whale tail out there. And it's not at low tide, but you can tell it's the whale tail. Low tide was this morning, really early, around 5 or 6. I did a time lapse of some of it, but it's hard to capture. But I've got a time lapse I'll have in a video coming up. So it's a beautiful day up here at Del Congo's, and he has 3 different places that you can rent here, 3 different houses. And if you want, you can rent all 3. If you have a family and you want to do like a big family event, this would be perfect for that, because all 3 houses are far enough away from each other that they have privacy from the other, but close enough to, within walking distance. There's also some nature trails here. There's also a waterfall on his property that during rainy season, it's a really cool little waterfall. One thing that I really wish I had a drone. I have 2 drones, but neither one of them work properly. So I'm for all intents and purposes, for all intents and purposes, I don't have a drone. So if DJI is watching, or any drone manufacturers watching, and they want me to do some tests on a drone, they want to send me one of their latest drones to test, by all means, send me a drone. And if you got a drone that you're not using, send it my way. We'll put it to use. I've always had a drone in the last 8 years of my life. I've always, maybe longer than that, I've had a drone, and it's just a weird thing not having a drone. When I see drone footage, sometimes I just have to look away, because I'm so jealous that somebody else is filming all this cool stuff. But once again, I digress. So I've done a few live streams here. I did 2 live streams. I'm working on a video just to kind of showcase the place. Yesterday and today, I'm just primarily spending most of my time down at the lower house down here, just to show what this place is all about. But to me, it's just I just want to share the experience of how much nicer it is. I don't want to put my place down, but I live in a really small apartment, and I feel like I'm a real adult, up here at Del Congo. When I came up here, the caretaker asked me, Adrian, he says, "So which house do you want?" Because there's 3 houses to choose from. And it was just such a weird feeling, because I don't have that kind of luxury where I'm living in real life. So I feel like I'm living somebody else's life at the moment. But if you'd like to come out up here and rent this place, I'm going to have a link down in the description that'll show you just how to do that. And we'll be doing more video here at Del Congo's. It's a fun place, and Del's been gracious enough to let me come up here. So I love the view up here. The only thing I have to advise, if you're coming up here, you definitely have to have a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Sometimes people have vacations where they like to be active and out and doing things. And generally in Uvita, that would be what I would be doing. But I mean, there's something to be said by just being in a place like this and relaxing. If you need to de-stress, get away from it all, this is a kind of place that you want to be in. So mornings here at this elevation, they're a little bit, by Costa Rica standards, they're a little bit chilly. By New York State standards, it will be just another morning. But by Costa Rica standards, it's chilly. I had a long sleeve shirt on this morning, and I'm an early riser. My normal wake up time is 4 a.m. But I was up probably like maybe 3:30, just taking a walk out here and absorbing the sounds of the night and just looking at Uvita in the darkness, the flickering lights of Uvita. So I boiled up some water, got my cup, coffee's in there, a little coffee with the sunrise. And when you're using a chore door, it's always a good idea to agitate a little bit underneath. This mixes it better if you have a little agitation in there. So don't just pour it in there and let it run through. Agitate it a little bit. Otherwise your coffee will probably be too weak. This mixes it up a little bit. Excelente. So this place is a content creator's dream. It's just it's like I got 1,000 different studios here to shoot in, and not to mention just the natural beauty of the vista, the beautiful view here, the Buena Vista. But coffee with a view, that's nice. I'm on a little mini vacation here up at Del Congo. Lots of toucans flying by. That's not a toucan, but oh, that is a toucan. That is a toucan. And I was paid a visit yesterday afternoon by a Chilean coca, and I had left the front door open, and he came in the front door, and I think the wind blew the door shut, and then I kept hearing this bird. I'm like, what's going on here? And I actually got out the my bird app. I'm like trying to see what bird that is, because it was super loud. I'm like, you know, it must be a huge bird, but it turned out the bird was in the house. That's why I was hearing the bird, and I actually had to open the door down in the front and kind of corral him over that way. And he was bouncing around on the counter, and he took a dump on my camera case before he hopped off it. So he gave me a little present. The door's open, buddy. Go out the door. There's the door. Well, lots of nature and wildlife here at Del Congo. Welcome to the Noisy Parrot Club. So, yeah. So being up here at Del Congo, that's a huge parrot. I wish I did. My 35 millimeter is busy doing a time lapse right now, but I would love to be able to get some shots of that guy. There's a tree full of parrots up there. It is the Parrot Club. Those are the big ones. I'm definitely lacking in my expertise about birds, and there's just so many species here. The guides are actually doing a lecture on birds Friday, so maybe I should go to that. So anyway, I'm up here spending time at Del Congo. I'm going to do a video about what it's like up here, and this place is for rent. So if you want to rent this place, this house, any of the other two houses, or all three houses, I'll have a link down in the description how you can do that. And I would appreciate that, because Del has been kind enough to give me free accommodations just to, to make some videos and give a shout out to Del himself. So thank you very much, Del, for your generosity and letting me stay up here. I can see the sun starting to come out down below, so it's going to be, the sun's starting to hit the whale tail. So this ought to be a really cool time lapse. The sun hitting the whale tail. Ooh, there goes a toucan. One can't, but two can. That's an uncle joke. Can't wait to see what this time lapse is going to look like. I see that the sun is just coming now. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that I've got my GoPro on a tripod, so it's kind of wiggly wobbly. But I'm not sure if you can see the sunrise coming up. It's pretty cool. The sun hitting the whale tail. People always talk about, seeing a sunset or a sunrise, and they take a picture of the sun itself, which is stupid. It's all about what's on the opposite side of the sun. So like here, you don't see the sun coming up over the horizon. And that's not the thing. That's not the beautiful thing. The beautiful thing is the opposite side of the sun, where the light's going, where that magic light's going. And that's right now. That's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing the magic light hitting the whale tail. It's freaking awesome. I got goosebumps, man. Like I said, I'll say this 1,000 times. I love where I am. I love my place, even though it's just a small little cracker box. But when you get up here, you realize that, wow, this is how people live their lives every day. I'm thinking to myself that I feel like I'm living like a child. I'm not really living an adult life. I'm just living this kind of condensed life. And coming up here to Del Congo makes me see that I need to aspire to greater things. Not just survive. I need to thrive, because right now I'm in survive mode. And when you're in survive mode, it's hard to see beyond your own problems. But you need to be able to see beyond that, and getting away from everything, getting up here to my fortress of solitude up here at Del Congo. It's a great thing for my mental state. It lets me get a little bit of a reboot here. And Del has some really awesome Veruca art here. And he's got some masks, he's got some paintings. He's got quite a collection. It's an exhaustive collection. It's everywhere. The whole house is full of the art. And individual pieces are for sale. So if you come here and you do stay here, some of the art is for sale, not all of it. Some of it he's planning on keeping, but I guess he kind of has a little rotation. If he gets a new piece, he he brings it into the rotation. Sometimes he'll sell a piece, so check it out. So I'm wrapping up my time here at El Congos and getting ready to head back down to the lowlands. Back down there to the lowlands. It's been a blast up here. I love it up here. And having a view, it's not something that I'm used to. This is how, for me, this is how the other half lives. So what I want to do, I want to show you a little bit more of of the grounds here at Del Congo before I go. I'm staying till I'm leaving at 2, so I've got time to show you the other casas here. So this is the walk from the White House here. I think they call this one Exotica, and there it is behind me, Exotica. Such a beautiful place. And it's funny because this is just the polar opposite of the way I live, because I have absolutely no privacy where I am. You know, once I step out my front door, I don't have any real privacy. And you're going to witness my lack of cardio fitness. But the view behind my back isn't bad either, is it? So I'm not sure which house I prefer. What a thing to think about. You've got these beautiful houses to choose from. And when I first came here, as I mentioned before, Adrian asked me, he says, well, which house do you want? There's 3 beautiful houses to choose from, and it's tough to choose, but it's what a choice to have. They've got a pool with a slide here, and it breaks my heart that I don't have my drone. I actually have 2 drones, but neither one of them work. And the one time I was up here with my drone, It was a nice day, then all of a sudden the clouds moved in. So I didn't get the beautiful view. But right from here, it's quite a view. So the beautiful house behind me, and beautiful ocean view. I get a little vertigo if I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, if I'm kind of looking at the camera. So I have to, it's hard for me to keep eye contact with the camera and still walk down the steps. But this is a slide that you can turn it on. It's like a little water slide. And there's the casa. Maybe next time we'll stay in this one. So I was thinking this would be a cool compound for the Good Vibe Tribe. We could all meet here at Del Congo's, have a celebration. So if the organizing person for the Good Vibe Tribe get together, get a hold of Del, get the houses rented here, and we'll have a little Good Vibe Tribe fiesta. I love the plants here. I don't know what the names of any of these plants are, except I should know these because I planted a lot of these with Calvin and the Adibo. We had a little project in town. We were planting things. It's a cool place to be. And if you want to rent it, check the link out down below. You can rent one of Del Congo's. Check for spider webs. You can rent one of Del Congo's casas here in Costa Rica. And let's go over to the smaller house, which it's newer. It's a pretty cool place as well. We'll take the shortcut through the fruit trees. So here's the smaller of the three places here at Del Congo's. And it's still a pretty good sized place. It's still bigger than where I live. And it's got an awesome view. What I like here is you got a really good view of Isla de Ballena, or Whale Rock, which is really a beautiful thing. And to the left of Whale Rock, you see the Three Sisters. And those are locations, destination locations when we're paddling with the Uvita Kayak Club. We go out there to Whale Rock and the Three Sisters and check it out. So there's a beautiful breeze blowing here, and it's something you get when you get up in elevation. And when you're down in the lowlands, down towards the beach, the air tends to get a little stagnant down there. So it's really refreshing to be up here. And you know, a lot of the people up here, they just don't have air conditioners because you don't need them. Time for me to head back down to the lowlands, and I got a lot of video to edit. Shot a lot of video up here at Del Congo's. If you're coming to Uvita and you'd like to do the Uvita Day Adventure with me, just go to uvitaday.com and you can experience Uvita in a fun and unique way. Also, if you're going to book a tour, I can help you with booking your tours here in Costa Rica. Just also go to uvitaday.com.